Yay, the camera's working.
Are you book open already?
Yes. Thank you for talking live. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Do you have the book open?
Shut up, Uncle. All right, people. Hello. Just frog it back. Ready for book 11 in the ad calendar for Disney. Grab a child of your own. I have a huge one here. Grab a drink, grab a snack, enjoy the book, and let's see what number 11 is.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Do you mind? Oh my goodness. He's a huge child.
Having a Merry Christmas.
He's a 64-year-old child.
You got people on there?
Yes. Thank you very much.
Oh, wait. Get a fucking humor bone, Jesus.
Okay, read the book.
Okay. Toy Story 4.
We haven't read 1, 2, and 3.
I do it however it's set up. Leave me alone.
They don't have 1, 2, and 3.
Oh my goodness.
1 and 4, but not 2 and 3.
All right. Toy Story 4. Shh. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. No, they can hear you. Okay. There once was a little boy called Andy, and he had a favorite toy. The toy was a pull-string cowboy named Woody. Woody looked after all of Andy's toys and helped with any problems they had. One of Woody's best friends was a doll called Bo Peep. They would often work together to help the other toys. One stormy night, Woody was outside Andy's house after rescuing a toy. He gasped when he looked through the window. He saw Andy's mom place Bo and her sheep, Billy Goat and Gruff, into a box, which she gave to a man. The man then took Woody's friend out to his car. As the man went back inside, Woody hurried down to see Bo. "Quick," he cried, "we'll sneak in the hedges." But Bo knew she couldn't go back. "It's time for the next kid," she said. She wanted Woody to come with her, but the cowboy couldn't leave Andy. They both said goodbye, and Woody watched his friend leave, knowing he might never see her again. Many years later, Woody and the gang belonged to a young girl named Bonnie. Today was her orientation day at kindergarten. Wanting to make sure she was okay, Woody hid himself in her bag and went with her. At kindergarten, Bonnie made a toy out of a plastic spork and other bits and pieces. She called it Forky. Woody felt good seeing Bonnie so happy, but was very surprised when Forky's eyes moved. The spork was alive. Back in Bonnie's room, Woody introduced Forky to the other toys. They were just as surprised as Woody had been. Forky, however, was confused. He didn't understand how important he was to Bonnie and believed he was a piece of trash. Woody had to spend the rest of the night stopping Forky throwing himself in the trash can. A few days later, Bonnie and her family were enjoying their vacation. She'd taken all her toys with her, including Forky. The spork was still desperate to escape, and one night, while Bonnie was sleeping, he jumped out of a window. Woody knew he had to go after him, so he climbed up to the window and said to the other toys, "I'll meet you at the RV park." Woody then jumped out of the vehicle. Woody called out for Forky. He soon found the spork by the side of the road and began dragging him toward the RV park. On the way, Woody tried to get Forky to realize how important he was to Bonnie. He explained that she loved Forky the same way Forky loved trash. Forky finally understood what Woody meant. She must be feeling awful without me, the spork said, breaking into a run. We've got to get going. She needs me. Soon after, they came to a town called Grand Basin. Nearby, there was a carnival and the RV park. Both Woody and Forky would soon be with Bonnie again. Making his way down the dark street, Woody's eyes fixed upon a lamp shining in the window of an antique store. It was the lamp that belonged to his friend Bo. Was she in there? Woody was worried she had become a lost toy. Woody had to know if Bo was in the antique store, so he went inside with Forky. The pair soon bumped into a dummy called Benson and a doll named Gabby Gabby. Woody tried to leave with Forky, but the doll wouldn't let him. Gabby Gabby wanted Woody's voice box to replace her broken one. She believed this was why no child wanted her. Woody escaped when the antique store owner's granddaughter, Harmony, found him on the floor and took him to a playground in the park. Forky wasn't so lucky. Gabby Gabby and her dummies had captured him inside the antique store. At the park, Woody frantically searched for a way to get back to the antique store and rescue Forky. Sneaking across the playground, Woody saw a group of toys waiting excitedly to be played with. Suddenly, a large group of children showed up, and as they played with all the toys, Woody came face to face with an old friend. It was Bo Peep. Woody learned how Bo Peep was now a lost toy, but that she'd been having lots of adventures, including helping other lost toys get played with. Bo also introduced the cowboy to one of her new friends, Officer Giggly McDiffins. Billy Goat and Gruff were happy to see Woody too. Woody said he needed help to rescue Forky from Gabby Gabby and bring him back to Bonnie. Bo and Giggle were reluctant at first, as they didn't want to go back to the antique store. But Woody was able to convince them to help. Meanwhile, Buzz had left the RV park to go looking for Woody. Unfortunately, he'd been found by a carnival worker and was now the top prize in the Star Adventurer game. This upset two attached toys called Ducky and Bunny, whose place as top prize had been taken by Buzz. With Bunny's help, Ducky started kicking Buzz, causing all three toys to fall to the ground. Now he was free. The Space Ranger quickly resumed his search for Woody. Ducky and Bunny chased after him as they felt Buzz owed them a kid. It wasn't long before Buzz, Ducky, and Bunny found Woody along with Bo, the sheep, and Giggle McDimples on the roof of the antique store. Woody explained what happened and that they were on their way to rescue Forky. So with Bo leading the way down the shaft, the group entered the antique store. Once inside the shop, Bo pointed out Gabby Gabby's glass cabinet. It was the most likely place to find Forky. It would be very risky to get to, but Bo had a plan. Thank you. Now, desperate to rescue Forky, Woody didn't stick to the plan and ran toward the cabinet, only to find it was locked. Bo yanked Woody to the ground. She was frustrated that he didn't follow her plan. Then a dummy grabbed Woody. To protect their friend, Bo's sheep bit into the dummy's pants, but the dummy ran off, with the sheep still attached to him. Bo was annoyed at Woody for not following the plan, but she was determined to get her sheep back. She sprinted further into the antique store as Woody followed behind. Bo took Woody to meet her friend, Duke Kaboom, Canada's greatest stuntman. Bo told him Gabby Gabby had Forky and her sheep, and that she needed him to jump onto a cabinet. Duke had no confidence and refused to do the jump, but with Bo's encouragement, Duke felt his confidence return and agreed to help. With everything ready, it was time to rescue Forky and Bo's sheep. With their plan out into action, Bo was soon reunited with her sheep, but they accidentally woke up Dragon, a cat who lived in the store. Duke helped Woody and the others escape, but they hadn't rescued the spork. Forky's still in there, said Woody. If we hurry, we can get him before they lock him up. But none of the toys were in any sort of shape to try and rescue Forky again. They left for the carnival, leaving Woody to go back into the store alone. Woody entered the store just as it was about to close. Hello, Woody, said Gabby Gabby. I knew you'd be back. Woody thought he'd have to fight to get Forky, but Gabby Gabby only wanted Woody to understand her. I was defective right out of the box, she continued. All we wanted was the chance to be important to a kid. I'd give anything to be loved the way you have. Woody agreed to give Gabby Gabby his voice box. Just leave me Forky. Bonnie needs him. Even with a voice box, Harmony thought Gabby Gabby was too creepy. Seeing this, Woody decided he'd take the doll to Bonnie. Having returned to the store, the other toys agreed to help. As they headed back to Bonnie, Gabby Gabby saw a lost girl crying. The other toys made sure the girl noticed Gabby Gabby sitting nearby. The girl picked the doll up. Are you lost too? She asked. I'll help you. The girl hugged Gabby Gabby tight and went to ask a security guard for help. The doll had finally found a child who loved her for who she was. Woody and Bo met up with Bonnie's toys at the RV. Everyone was happy to see them, and Woody was even happier to see Bonnie reunited with Forky. Woody had done the job he'd set out to do. It was then he realized that there were kids and toys everywhere who would always need his help. He loved seeing kids playing with toys and toys finding happiness with kids. Woody knew that wherever he went and whichever toy he helped next, he would always have his friends by his side. The end. Thank you for watching and listening to number 11 of our Storybook Advent Calendar. It was Toy Story 4. So if you really liked this, please hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe down at the bottom and hit that bell if you want to hear more, because I am here back every night, the same night, until Christmas Eve. So welcome back tomorrow night at the same time to see what book 12 will be. Have a great night, everybody. Be safe and love you all. Hugs. Bye.